When my darling Clara died, why did God choose her? And now, I have pondered that question many times myself. The same question. Why was I wounded? When on that same day, I saw many men die horrible deaths, and some walk away untouched. Why me? Why this? Why now?
You were in the wrong place at the wrong time. Unless you believe that life is preordained. And that you were injured so you could come home and recuperate. And meet me. So that we could have this fascinating conversation.
I believe in what I see standing square in front of me. I am a practical man.
You see me, don't you?
Yes, I do.
Another spasm?
Yes.
Here, let me.
Oh.
How's that? Better?
Yes, thank you.
Nurse Shane. How'd you do back at the dispensary? We really must find someone full-time. Jack, someone to live in. So you won't have to get acquainted to a new nurse every few hours.
I think that is a fine idea, Regina.
Good, I'll call the dispensary first thing in the morning. Ask them to send along somebody suitable.
There's no need to do that. We know someone already. Miss Shane.
Me?
You said yourself you have no husband to tend to, and you have been nursing me here just fine. What do you say?
Well, I would love to stay here and work for you if Mrs. Robichaux doesn't have a problem with it.
I cannot imagine on what grounds she would object, Regina.
Whatever you say.
I say you're hired. Maybe there is fate after all.
Nurse Shane, I asked you to draw my husband's bath.
Yes, ma'am. Right away.
Be quick about it. Go on. He asked to be prepared for a dinner party this evening. General Hudson of the Union Army is our honored guest. Go on.
Corporal Langdon to see Colonel Robichaux, ma'am.
Catch your breath. You're safe within these walls.
Thank you, ma'am. Forgive me, I galloped the whole way. I bring messages for your husband from Confederate headquarters.
Yes, we've been expecting you. The Colonel Robichaux's upstairs resting, but I'll take them for him. It's all right. I know what they are. Intercepted Yankee dispatches. His orders are to get them to General Pemberton at Vicksburg right away. He's the only one who can do so safely.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, then.
Forgive me, ma'am. My orders were delivered directly to Colonel Robichaux.
I will put them in his hands as soon as he wakes up. Go on, around back. Cook will get you some food and drink. And Godspeed,
Yes,
Corporal.
ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
I'm on my way, darling. Here, come. Take this to General Hudson's quarters with my compliments. Tell him I look forward to seeing him shortly.
Yes, ma'am.
Come on.
What is going on? Why didn't she give those dispatches to Josh the way she was supposed to? I mean, Jack. This is none of my business. I should go before something else goes wrong.
Nurse Shane? My husband's bad.
I've come this far. I'm coming! I didn't bring anything fancy, so Regina, let me borrow this.
That was very kind of her.
Thank you for inviting me to dinner.
My pleasure. You deserve to enjoy yourself.
How's the shoulder?
Holding up. That is a beautiful dress. Why don't you do a little spin for me?
Not exactly ripped from the runway, is it? Yeah, that's a term that we use where I come from. But it is a fine dress, and I'm proud to be wearing it. What?
This lace rose. It does not belong.
Better? Colonel Robichaux?
I'm afraid you've caught me off guard. Looking like that.
Take this to General Hudson at his quarters with my compliments. Tell him I look forward to seeing him shortly. Go on. Yes, ma'am.
It must be hard sitting on the sidelines, watching when other people are fighting a battle you feel so strongly about.
My feelings about the war might surprise you, Miss Shane. But I assure you I am still fighting the battle that needs to be fought.
Oh, of course. I didn't mean...
It's all right. It's confusing, I know that. Like tonight. Entertaining a Yankee general right here in my home. And not just any general, but the beast himself, Mordecai Hudson. Like breaking bread with the devil.
Your wife's idea?
My wife is strong-willed, as you've noticed, I'm sure. But tonight you are not my nurse. Tonight you are an invited guest in this home. And my only cause that I am concerned with tonight is your entertainment.
Well, you're already entertaining me. Believe me. Thank you for letting me borrow your dress.
Well, that old thing, I was glad to put it to use. It's terribly out of fashion, but it suits you.
I have a fine idea. Perhaps we can show General Hudson what New Orleans really thinks of him. We will sneak off to the French Quarter for dinner and leave him here to fend for himself. Perhaps he will learn something about the rules of engagement.
This dinner is about our survival. We must align ourselves with the North to save our plantation, and the only way is to curry favors with that general.
You! What do you think you're doing?
Sir, it is my job to safeguard the general.
Well, General Hudson, it's wonderful for you to come. It's our greatest pleasure to serve as New Orleans' most distinguished guest.
The pleasure is all mine, I assure you. Thank you, madame.